So cool.
I built a gas
Oh.
mask.
Oh, look at all those details, all your lines and everything. That's cool. What does it do?
Oh, it's a tank.
What kinds of materials do you think you would build it with if you had to show someone how to build it?
Really thick iron.
That's probably a good idea. That's strong. Once we're done writing, do you want to draw some pictures for it?
Yeah, sure. I'm bad at drawing.
What? You're over here like, look at all my drawings. Look. And then you say you're mad? Stop it.
I mean, I'm better drawing at tanks.
Okay, well, maybe we can incorporate a couple of those too. And I just wanted to talk about real quick before we do that, your story. Tell me, how long did it take you to do this and how did you feel about doing it?
Half an hour. Felt pretty good doing it.
Did you get stuck on any of the boxes?
On Saturday, I already brainstormed it in my head, so.
Nice. That's the way to do it. Yeah, it feels good probably to be walking around and you're like, oh, I already know what my story is going to be. Now I just have to write it out. I want you to think about, first of all, this was silly, but I know you're a silly little guy. So that was funny, made me laugh. And then you told us a little bit about Jack going to play some basketball, which we didn't even know that Jack played basketball until now. So I'm glad that you keep adding extra details to each of your characters. Sign of a writer who is always helping their characters to grow and deepen their layers. So layers in a character, we have a couple of them. What do you think is the top layer that is obvious to everybody?
Their name.
Yeah, their name. What else?
How they look like.
Name and how they look like. That's a one layer character. And sometimes we have those characters in stories, right? They might be background characters, a horse that walked by in the background. We don't really know much about that horse beyond the fact that it looks brown with white spots on it.
Yep.
But when we get into the second layer, those middle layers, we start to hear about what do these characters like to do for fun? What don't they like to do? What are their questions that they might have, right? We have our deepest layers about those characters, which answer the questions of, well, what are they doing all of this for? What are the things that drive them or motivate them? So we want to have a good mix of every kind of those characters in our stories. And what it sounds like to me is that Jack is becoming one of those deeper characters than we originally thought. When I first met Jack last week, he just had one layer, continuing his character in that way. So far, you've been working on brainstorming and plot overview. You made it through number 3. Now you're going to see that the assignment type switches from worksheet to essay. What I want you to do in here is just start writing your story. So write as many words as you can. It's going to count the words at the bottom of your screen. So see, right here it tells you how many words you have. Try to get as close to 500 or 600 words as you can. All right. How do you feel about this homework today? Because now we finally get to actually read your story, and we're going to look at other stories just as examples, but we're really going to spend more time looking at your guys, Jack and Jeff and Bob. What are the 2 things you're going to do for me for next week?
Answer the questions and start writing the story, about 500 to 600 words.
Perfect. Okay, awesome. You're going to kill it, Joe. I'm really excited.
All right.